taking out your valuable time. So we are reading Sri Chaitanya Caritamrita. Let's begin with some auspicious prayers. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nishavataраkan Tat Prakasham Satat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaur Udaye Pushpavanatao Chitrao Sandau Tamonudao Granthira Kori Mangalacharana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana Hoya Vigana Vinashana Anayasa Sapal Nijavanchita Purana Jai Jai Kripamoy Jagatiranath Sarva Jagatiro Koro Shubha Drishtipad Ajanulambita Bhujao Kanakavadato Sankirtanaikapitaro Kamalayatakshaw विश्वम्भरद्रुवरो युगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियाकरो करुणावतारो श्रीरूप रघुनाथ पदयारश चैतन्य चरितामृत कहे कृष्ण दास जगत मंगल द्वैत मंगल गुण धाम मंगल चरित्र सदा मंगल यार नाम नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Krishna. Dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 7, text 49 onwards. So, this chapter is entitled Lord in His five features or Panchatattva. And we have read till text 48. In this particular section, we are reading about how the Lord is so merciful that He thought of giving the mercy to even the blasphemers like this, the Mayavadi sannyasis of Kashi, etc. So let's see what happens when he was there at the house of Tapan Mishra. Iti madhye Chandrasekhar Mishra Tapana Dukhi Hana Prabhu Paya Koila Nivedana. Translation by His Divine Grace, Abhicharana Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. While Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructing Sanatan Goswami, both Chandrasekhar and Tapan Mishra became very happy. Became very unhappy. Therefore, they submitted an appeal unto the lotus feet of the Lord. So, just to get a quick background, the Lord was instructing Sanatan Goswami while he was at the house of Tapan Mishra for 2 months. That's we covered in 47 and 48. So, and His Grace Prem Sankirtan Prabhu also shared some more stories and other things also about Subodhi Rai. You remember the glories of so Subodhi Rai and Hussein's story he shared which is very, very interesting. So let's see why they were unhappy. Hmm. Let's read further. 50, anyone?
I can read Poji. Hare Krishna devotee, Dana Pranam, all good Srila Prabhupada. Katek shune go Prabhu, tomaro nindan, na pari shoite, ebe charibo jiban. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, is Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki joy. How long can we tolerate the blasphemy by your critics against your conduct? We should give up our lives rather than hear such blasphemy. Purport: one of the most important instructions by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regarding regular Vaishnava behavior is that a Vaishnava should be tolerant like a tree and submissive like grass. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than free, devoid of all senses of false prestige, and ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Nevertheless, the author of these instructions, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, did not tolerate the misbehavior of Jagai and Madhai. When they harmed Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he immediately became angry and wanted to kill them. And it was only by the mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu that they were saved. One should be very meek and humble in his personal transactions, and if insulted, a Vaishnava should be tolerant and not angry. But if there is blasphemy against one, then blasphemy. I lost actually. Okay, tolerant, and one should not tolerate blasphemy against a Vaishnava, but should immediately take one of three actions. If someone blasphemes Vaishnava, one should stop him with arguments and higher reasons. If one is not expert enough to do this, he should give up his life on the spot. And if he cannot do this, he must go away. While Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in the Banaras or Kashi, the Mayavadi sannyasis blasphemed him in many ways because although he was a sannyasi, he was indulging in chanting and dancing. Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhar heard this criticism, and it was intolerable for them because they are great devotees of Lord Chaitanya. They could not stop it. However, and therefore they appealed to the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because this blasphemy was so intolerant that they had decided to give up their lives. So here, when there is a blasphemy goes on in front of us, there are three options mentioned in the Shastras, that either by arguments we should rectify the person who is doing that. If not possible, give up our lives at that point. If not possible, at least leave this place. So here, two great devotees, hearing the blasphemy against Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, wanted to give up their lives. Back to Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very, very important verse. So as we see here, Prabhupada is not given purports to all verses, but the ones which are quite important. And this topic is very, very important. Because if one is blaspheming or speaking ill about devotees, the devotee may forgive, but the Lord will not forgive. Haristhane aparad harinamastar. Tomasthane aparad na pai bihar. So we should be, very, very, very careful to not blaspheme any devotee, even in the mind, what to speak of words or actions. Because we may be, rather than watering the Bhakti Lata beach or the seed of devotion, the weeds of anarthas like envy, greed, lust, we might be watering those. We may be chanting Hare Krishna, but if you're blaspheming any Vaishnava or speaking ill about them, spreading rumors, false stories, propagandas, etc., etc., the Lord will never like it. Because Krishna says that I live in the heart of my devotee and my devotee lives in my heart. I can do anything for my devotee and my devotee can do anything for me. I can go to any extent for my devotee and my devotee can go to any extent for me. And one should be very, very careful. Rinadapi Sunichena. This verse is very easy to recite, no? Not very hard to even remember, but very difficult to follow. To be humble and submissive, to work under the guidance of senior Vaishnavas, of our authorities, of Prabhupada's followers. Very, very hard. But if one is sincere, humble, submissive, it becomes easy because that's the whole mood. As Arjuna said, Karishyasi Vachanam Tava. And that will help to chant better. That will help to serve better. That will help to see the good in everyone. That will help to keep our bhakti stronger. Personally, as the Lord is showing, if insulted a Vaishnava should be tolerant and not angry. Now, this is also very important. So a Vaishnava is not angry. Vaishnava does not believe in tit for tat. Eat, eat kajwa patthar se. No, he said one bad thing to me, I'll say 20 bad things to him. He's doing this to me, I'll say, 10 more times, right? So one should not tolerate the blasphemy against a Vaishnava. Sorry, where was I? If insulted, Vaishnava should not be, so personally, Vaishnava forgives someone even before they commit offense. Vaishnava does not keep things in heart. Hey, 10 years back you said this, 5 years back you said this, 2 years back you. Vaishnava does not keep that. Vaishnava always sees good in others. Two things to remember, two things to forget. What good others have done to me. We should always remember that. And what bad I have done to others, knowingly or unknowingly, we should always remember that. Then, because if you forget that, you'll repeat it. Right. And forget what? Forget others. If they have done something bad to us, forget it. No problem. Koi baat nahi. Hota hai, right? Lord is saying, okay, Lord did not get angry. He's apane acharya Prabhu Jivira Sikhai. He's teaching by his example. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in chapter 12, text 15, that one who does not put others in stress, but if others try to put him in stress, he does not get disturbed. That's the mood of a devotee. And that person, that devotee is very, very dear to the Lord. This is very, very important verse in the Bhagavad Gita from chapter 12, like text 15. Let's read it real quick if someone would like to read the verse in the translation. I have open on the screen.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, if I can try.
Please.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam devotees. Bhagavad Gita 12.15. Yasman no dvichate lokan no dvichate jaya harsa marsha Bhavodvegair mukto ya sacha me priya. Prabhuji, if you could please recite for me once.
Yes, Mataji, is your servant. Yasmano dvijate loko, lokano dvijate chaya, harsham bhayodvege, mukto yasa cha me priyaha.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Translation. Oh, should I?
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety, is very dear to me. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
This is the formula to become dear to the Lord. This is what Lord Chaitanya is sharing by his example. He didn't say, oh, Mayavadis are troubling me, saying bad things, saying, oh, you are a fool, you don't know Vedanta, you know, what kind of silly sadhu you are, chanting, dancing, what nonsense is this? You know, all sorts of bad things they were saying. Um, but Lord Chaitanya did not retaliate or say, how dare you say, or didn't take out Sudarshan Chakra. He didn't take out Sudarshan Chakra for himself, but he did take Sudarshan Chakra out for his beloved Nityananda, who's basically taking the role of a devotee. That's the mood here. So for oneself, one should be humble, meek, but for Vaishnavas, how dare, someone can say bad about Vaishnavas in front of me, right? Hanuman also got angry. That anger is good. Krodhat bhakta dveshi jana. If someone is the only way to express anger, like Lord Ram did towards burning the Lanka. Sorry, Lord Hanuman did. It's a classic example given. Like some of the Prabhupada followers, when they were attacking Mayapur temple, they took out guns, like and tried to, defend the deities, the devotees. So, but not for one's own, hey, how dare you say that? No, not fitted for that, tolerate that. I recently shared a class also by His Grace Adesham Prabhu. Very, very nice class. So many examples he shares. So many examples. Tons and tons of examples from Shastras, Srimad Bhagavatam, especially. The story of Devyani, Sarmishta, the story of, this Parikshit Maharaj. So many examples. We can learn life lessons because we all want to develop these qualities, right? How to tolerate insult, how to first not speak insult. We shouldn't be very, very careful not to hear, because if we hear bad things about others, then bad will come out. Garbage in, garbage out. What we hear, what we'll speak. If you'll hear Gramya Katha, gossiping, saying this is that, then that will speak out. But if you hear Krishna Katha, if you hear the pastime of Lord, then that will come out. Lord Krishna, in another beautiful verse, says very, very important verse. Let me open that and we can read. Very, very nice verse in the Amrish Maharaj story. Anyone would like to read this? 9:4:68.
I can read something.
Yes.
साधवो हृदयं मह्यं साधूनां हृदयं त्वहं मदन्यत्तेन जानन्ति Naham tebhyo managapi. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The pure devotee is always within the core of my heart, and I am always in the heart of my pure devotee. My devotees do not know anything else but me, and I do not know anyone else but them. Back to you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Vibho. Thank you, Mataji. So this verse also is primarily about the Vaishnava aparadha and offense. No, this Durvasa Muni was committing to Amrish Maharaj. Back to this verse. So here, Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhara, their heart was, like feeling so sad that they couldn't tolerate these. These Mayavadis are blaspheming in so many ways. Uh, hmm. So this is the mood of a devotee. This is Vaishnava etiquette, and this is very, very serious thing also. As we just read, Hari Nama Apanad, Hari Nam Tar, Thomas Thane Aparad, Na Pai Bihar, koi rasta nahi hai. There's no hope. If someone is offending devotees, no hope. If someone offends the Lord is merciful. Hari Nam Tar. The Lord will say, okay, no problem. So one should be very, very careful. The tendency of the tongue is Kali Yuga, very, very, especially YouTube, internet, Facebook, Instagram. Anyone can put anything, blogs, so much stuff. It doesn't take anything, One can just put anything in the on the web these days. Oh, he is so. Sometimes people fighting over the internet, right? I am better, you are better, he's better, she's better. No, he's wrong. Or even like openly blaspheming. Oh, look at this devotee, look at that devotee, look what he's doing, or she's. Time is less, life is running out. Already half of that is gone, right? Very little is left. Who knows how many years I have? Precious time should be not be utilized in all these things. No. One should use one's precious time to read, hear, chant, preach, share. Life time is less. Time is running. Sometimes we know 0.01% about someone, but then we feel we know 100% about that person, and we may comment loosely or come to wrong conclusions or become judgmental. Basically, lose humility. If someone is humble, if someone is meek and humble, submissive, one should always work under direction. One should ask oneself, do I have someone in my life whom I take close direction from? They are there to correct me. Haribol, Haribol, a lot of people will say, are they my are they helping me to become a better devotee, or they're fanning my ego? Oh, Shubhalas Prabhu is great. Oh, he gives nice class. Oh, he does this. That's not helping me. That's helping my false ego go even in the sky. But if someone say, hey, Shubhalas, my spiritual authorities, uh, that I need to work on this. So we should have someone, and we should associate with them regularly, open our heart. Guhyam akhyati pritchati. If we have something in the heart, we should tell, we should discuss, we should clarify. Otherwise, Vaishnava Prad is going to ruin our lives. And many, many devotees' lives have been ruined. Many, many devotees come to the path of bhakti, Anand, and but somewhere in the middle, Maya is very strong, that we may get distracted, we may we may develop ulterior motives, and Vaishnava Aparadha is one of the main reasons to speaking ill about others. So Lord is teaching, Prabhupada is teaching, Prabhupada is giving detailed purports. So this was basically the problem, or this was that's why they were unhappy. How can they bear the Lord being kind of ridiculed or blasphemed by these Mayavadis? So let's see what happened further. 51. Yes, Prem Sankirtan Prabhu, would you like to read? Yeah, please unmute.
Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Text 51. তোমারে নিন্দয় যত সন্ন্যাসীর গণ শুনিতে না পারি ফাটে হৃদয় শ্রবণ. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. The Mayavadi Sannyasis are all criticizing your holiness. We cannot tolerate hearing such criticism, for this blasphemy breaks our hearts. Purport. This is a manifestation of real love for Krishna and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are three categories of Vaishnavas: Kanishta Adhikaris, Madhyam Adhikaris, and Uttam Adhikaris. The Kanishta Adhikaris, or the devotee in the lowest stage of Vaishnava life, has firm faith but is not familiar with the conclusion of the Shastras. The devotees in the second stage, the Madhyam Adhikaris, is completely aware of the Shastric conclusion and has firm faith in his Guru and the Lord. He therefore, avoiding non-devotees, preaches to the innocent. However, the Mahabhagavat or Uttamodikari, the devotee in the highest stage of devotional life, does not see anyone as being against the Vaishnava principle, for he regards everyone as a Vaishnava but himself. This is the essence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction that one be more tolerant than a tree and think oneself lower than the straw in the street. Trinadupi shunichano tororibo sohishnuna. However, even if a devotee is in the Uttama Bhagavat status, he must come down to the second status of life, Madhyamadikari, to be a preacher. For a preacher should not tolerate blasphemy against another Vaishnava. Although a Kanishta Adhikari also cannot tolerate such blasphemy, he is not competent to stop it by citing Shastric evidences. Therefore, Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhar are understood to be Kanishta Adhikaris because they could not refute the argument of the Sannyasis in Benares. They appealed to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take action, but they felt that they could not tolerate such criticism, although they also could not stop it. Hare Krishna. So here, Tapan Mishra and Srila Tapan Mishra and Chandrasekhar, they actually asked Mahaprabhu about their feelings. They are saying that Pate Hridaya Shravana, means their heart is breaking down, just because listening to the blasphemy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So here Srila Prabhupada mentioned about the Kanishta, Madhyama and Uttama Adhikari. So Kanishta Adhikari, who has firm faith in Guru and Krishna, but he doesn't have but enough Shastric knowledge or conclusion of this Shastra, not familiar very much. And the Madhyamadikari he is also has complete faith plus as well as shastric conclusion. So usually Madhyamodhikaris, they try to avoid the non-devotees, like they don't want to instruct, like we know that in the 10th offenses, the 9th offense is to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. So kind of like that, they try to avoid, but they go to the innocent people or people who has some interest. And then the Mahabhagavat, Uttamodhikaris, actually they don't see anybody non-devotee. They see everybody is because they know that, I mean, their conclusion is so strong. This Jata Tata Netraspure, Tata Krishna. Everywhere they see Krishna. So they say that every living entity has Paramatma, part of Krishna. So they respect everybody. But when they want to preach, they actually get themselves into Madhyamodhikari. Like we saw that in Srila Prabhupada's case. Srila Prabhupada was Mahabhagavat, but he actually came down to the Madhyamodhikari just for preaching. So that was the essence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here the faith is actually means like Shraddha, means Attoto Ado Shraddha. They have like, in Sharanagati, the 6 part of the Sharanagatis is one of them is the first one is whatever we actually I'm trying to remember that verse. Actually, for the devotional activities, when whatever is favorable is number 1 to catch that, and whatever is not favorable to avoid that. And then Krishna is our only shelter. So that is one of the Sharanagati. And then full conviction that Krishna is going to help me. Krishna is going to save me from this material world. So that is one. The other 2 I don't remember. Okay, I'll try to remember, and then I'll. So that faith actually has to be there in us. That Krishna is definitely in our only shelter. No, like not our money, not our work, not our family members. And then that conviction is that Krishna is going to save me. He's going to protect me. So here Srila Prabhupada, that's what he was mentioning. And also Srila Prabhupada was mentioning that Madhyamodhikari, actually he can be a preacher. And we saw that Srila Prabhupada came down to preach by himself. So that's what Srila Prabhupada is mentioning. So please add, correct. I'm trying to remember Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's that bhajan.
Yeah,
I'll get back to you.
I pulled up for you, bro. You can explain this.
Yes. Yes. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulyasya varjanam. Yes. Rakshishya titi vishwasya grotipte varana. Yes. Yes. Thank you. The 6 divisions of the surrender are the acceptance of those things favorable to devotional services, the rejection of unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give protection, the acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian or master, full self-surrender and humility. Thank you, Prabhu. Dhanyo atma nivedana gotripte baron. Yes. Obishya rakshive Krishna bishyase palon. Bhakti onukulo bhava কার্যেরও শিকার ভক্তি প্রতিকূল ভাব বর্জন অঙ্গীকার। Yes. Those are the six. Yes. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. These are the 6 symptoms of surrender. Will anyone like to repeat what are the 6 symptoms of surrender? Anukulyasya sankalpa. What does that mean? What does the first mean? Anukul.
Doing things-
Favorable.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Favorable. Yes. Favorable for bhakti. The sankalpa. Wow. So, like we take vow, chanting, reading, hearing, etc., etc. These are all favorable things. Arati, Vaishnava Seva, outreach. Whatever helps us to get closer to Krishna. We should be very eager for that. Sankalpa, with a vow. Pratigya. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Give up. There are a lot of things unfavorable for spiritual life. Pratikul. They're opposite. They're going to have an opposite effect, like meat eating, intoxication, lust, anger, greed, mode of ignorance, Vaishnava prad, Nama prad, speaking ill about others. It's very, very bad. We should give up. Keep it 1,000 miles away. Rakshishati iti vishwaso. Vishwas hona chahiye. What is the vishwas? Krishna will protect. Avashya rakshibe Krishna. Krishna is there. Krishna is my friend, my father, my mother, my lover, my wife, my husband, my son, my daughter. Krishna is my everything, and he will always be there for me. I'm never alone. Surrender. This is Sharanagati. Surrender. This is faith of the devotee. Goptritve Varanam Tatha. So Krishna is our guardian, right? Our protector, our maintainer, our everything. We accept that he's our real guardian. Atma nikshepa karpanye. Atma nikshepa karpanye. So karpanye is humility, and Atma nikshepa is full surrender. That Krishna is my everything. Sarvasva tomar charane pariya. Ami tomara kukura. Sarvdharman parityajya mamekam sharanam bhaja. Krishna is going to give me full protection. No doubt. So accepting what's favorable, rejecting what's unfavorable for bhakti, conviction that Krishna will protect, acceptance of Lord as one's guardian, master, full self-surrender, आत्म निक्षेप, पूरा अपने आप को पूरी तरह भगवान के चरणों में, and कार्पण्य, humility. Humility is a sign of surrender. Humility and bhakti. I share His Holiness Sachinand Swami Maharaj was sharing a beautiful video. Someone shared, or I saw somewhere on YouTube or somewhere. I don't recall where I saw, but the message is important. Lord Shiva comes on a carrier, right? Who is the carrier of Lord Shiva?
Nandi.
Nandi, the bull. What about Durga Devi?
Lion.
Lion,
Lion, yes. What about Ganesha?
mouse, mushak,
Mouse. What about Girish Prabhu? What's his carrier? Honda, right? Right. So everyone has a carrier, right? So Maharaj was explaining, what is the carrier of Bhakti Devi? Who's the carrier of Bhakti Devi? Humility. Humility is the carrier of Bhakti. Karpanya. Very, very important. In all our scriptures, Gita, Bhagavad, Chaitanya Caritamrita, Tadvidi, Pranipatena, right? Everywhere we see humility, humility. Krishna didn't speak a word until Arjuna surrendered in humility. I'm lost, please guide me, right? So many verses. In short, we should always see ईश्वर स्वभाव भक्तिर नालाय अपराध अल्प सेवा बहुमानी आत्म प्रयंत प्रसाद। ईश्वर का क्या स्वभाव है? भक्तिर नालाय भक्तों के अपराध नहीं लेते। He doesn't see bad in every. अल्प सेवा, little service, बहुमानी. Lord Jagannath, big eyes. He's seeing with big eyes. Anyone, he doesn't have eyelashes, right? So even in management, they say catch people doing good, right? There's a management that say catch people doing good. Basically focus on good, focus on the right, the good things. There are 5 kinds of people, right? Somehow this new whiteboard, they changed it. I don't like it that much as old one. But anyways, I'll use a different way to make a point I wanted to make. There are 5 kinds of people. So I'll okay, there are 5 kinds of people. The lowest is they only see bad in others. Even in Krishna, even in the Supreme Lord, they'll only see bad. They cannot see good in others. They will only see bad in everyone. Because they see that, because if one's eyes, if one's eyes are covered with blue shades, then they'll see everything blue, right? Number 4, they see good and bad, but focus on bad in others. Yeah, this person has this, but when you say but, like forget what you said before, right? That's what they say. Like he's nice person, he is this, but what about that part? But what about that part? Like, okay, so there is some good, but he's focusing on the bad. So number 3 are the kind of people who are like Britannia 50-50, right? There was a biscuit used to come 50-50, right? Sometimes they'll focus on good, but sometimes they'll have a mood swing. Oh, no. Sometimes, no. So they are like in hodgepodge state. They are, okay, they'll see good, they'll see bad also, So it's number 2. No person in the world is perfect except for some pure souls. But number 2 is they see the good, they see the bad, but they focus on good. That's a choice. That's what we are learning here. No one is perfect. Number 1 is like Uttamadhikari. Only see good. They cannot see bad in anyone. So, a Uttamadhikari maybe at this level, but for preaching purposes, comes at this level, and if someone accepts him as one's guru, they may also give some constructive feedback. Like Krishna also gave constructive feedback to Arjuna, right? He said, hey, you think very knowledgeable, but you are a fool. You think you... But he didn't give constructive feedback in chapter 1. Because chapter 1, it's like you give constructive feedback to someone who does not want to listen, they will come up with 10 more reasons and try to be defensive. No. What I'm saying is right. You can't understand. Okay, you know better. So I'll keep shut. Hmm. So knowing that is so, at least we should try to come to level 2. Hmm. Right? Okay, we see the good, we see the bad, but focus on the good, because that's what Lord is teaching us in this beautiful verse. Vaishnavira gunagrahi na dikhaya dosh, kaya mano vakya kare Vaishnava santosh. So beautiful. We can memorize this and make it our life's goal also. Vaishnavira gunagrahi na dikhaya dosh, kaya mano vakya kare Vaishnava santosh. So next read the translation in quick purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. He always accepted the good qualities of Vaishnavas and never found fault in them. He engaged his heart and soul only to satisfy the Vaishnavas. Purport. It is a qualification of a Vaishnava that he is adosadarshi. He never sees others' fault. Of course, every human being has both good qualities and faults. Therefore, it is said, Sajjana gunam icchanti dosam icchanti pamaraha. Everyone has a combination of faults and glories, but a Vaishnava, a sober man, accepts only a man's glories and not his faults. For flies seek source, whereas honeybees seek honey. Haridas Pandit never found fault with a Vaishnava but considered only his good qualities. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, Prabhu.
And this is what we just kind of studied here, right? This is what number 2. Like, yes, everyone has good and bad. No one is fully perfect. We are in a society. But focus on good. Adoshadarshi. Vaishnavira gunagrahi. Guna ko grant kare. And if you see good in others, those good qualities will come. If you focus on the bad, like the bee, what's the nature of the bee? The fly, sorry, the fly. Fly will sit on dirty places, pus, blood, mucus, stool, trash, right? Fermented, ignorance basically. The fly focuses on darkness, ignorance, dirt. But the honeybee goes in the world of the where the fragrance, the essence, the nectar. Another example which comes, let's say you have a ring and somehow the ring drops in a gutter, or like in India, like a nali, right? There are a lot of open nallies there. Maybe less now. Anyway, so in a dirty place, let's say in a trash can or trash bin, what will we do? We say, okay, so gold ring fell, no problem. Let the trash company, waste management, take it. Will you do that? No, we'll be frantically searching. Where is that tiny ring? There could be, you know, 10-day-old, some peels, vegetable peels smelling bad, this, that. We'll say, I don't care. I need to figure out the gold ring. It's somewhere here. We'll forget. We'll search for hours. And when we come back, we will focus on the ring. We'll not focus on, we'll be so absorbed that we'll not even see what all it's there. right? Is it not? We'll forget all the things in the trash. We'll focus our attention like the honeybee. It's only on the good, only on that. There's the nectar. But the fly focus, where is the dirt? Hmm? Once upon a time, there was a husband and a wife. The wife told the husband, "Hey, look at the neighbor watching out from the window. She doesn't know how to wash clothes. Her clothes are always dirty, it stains and stuff." Neighbor said, "Oh," the husband said, "Oh, is it? Oh, okay, okay." So it's like heard for a minute, and then next day, same thing. Oh, poor lady, she doesn't know how to wash the clothes. Always the clothes are dirty and this and that. It continued for a few weeks, and one fine day, she said she was sitting, and she said, "You know what? Today is so bewildering. You know what happened today? Somehow she learned how to wash clothes. Her clothes looked clean. I can't believe it." Husband said, "My dear wife, today I cleaned our window." Hmm. So it happens in our life too. When the consciousness, the window represents the consciousness. If the consciousness is not good, if I have poor glasses, my glasses are covered with dust of lust, anger, greed, envy, then what will I see? I'll see that. Hmm? But if our consciousness is covered with humility, if Vaishnavira Gunagrahi, I have to focus, be like a fly. Sorry, be like a honeybee. Be like a bee, not like a fly. Na dikhaya dosh. Don't become a fly. Be a bee. Hmm? Vaishnavira Gunagrahi. So that's the consciousness. See with the lens of how Mahaprabhu is teaching. ईश्वर स्वभावेर भक्तेर ना लाय अपराध अल्प सेवा थोड़ी सेवा को बहुमानी बहुत मानते हैं. Little good. Hmm? He escalates. Don't be like Duryodhana. Duryodhana couldn't see anyone's good qualities. Even the best person, hey, what about his bad quality? But Yudhishthira Maharaj would always see good in others. So we have to be like Yudhishthira. Life is a choice. Whether we try to be like Duryodhana or try to be like Yudhishthira. Whether we try to be like the fly or try to be like the bee. Whether we try to like the offenders of who are offending Lord and devotees, or we try to focus on their guna, Vaishnavira gunagrahi. Na dikhaya dosh, na dikhaya dosh. Whether we try to be the one who is very dear to Krishna by not agitating others, and if others agitate, not retaliate tit for tat. So all those things we learned today. Very, very beautiful verses and very, very powerful. Um, Ruby Mataji, if you feel inspired, maybe some other verses which we captured from other sources, you can add to the list also.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Any
Sure.
quick comments, thoughts, questions before we wrap up for today?
Prabhuji,
Krishna,
I just what
go ahead, Mataji, please go ahead.
I just want to make one comment that what we learned about, seeing good and bad, I feel being in the materialistic world, it's very easy to fall in the trap of seeing bad uh, and focusing on bad. But I think you have to become more conscious and make your focus like consciously focus on the good part and see the good in everybody. So that's what my takeaway is.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's very easy to fall in the trap, and day in day out, I think we, some situations, some incidences, we fall into that trap of, even though you want to look at the good part, but you see at the you unintentionally focus on the bad things, and that distracts you. So I think it's very, very necessary to make a conscious effort and to remind ourselves continuously to focus on the good rather than focusing on the bad qualities.
So true. That's so true. To go up, in the journey of life, it needs conscious effort, right? To go down
Yes.
doesn't take effort. If you ask a child, hey, please study, exam is coming, right? Going uphill. Hey, would you like to play video games? Sure. 5 hours I can do non-stop, right? Doesn't take much effort. So it's same with adults, same with, so that's the nature. That's what, we say it's the path of cultivation. Bhakti is, you have to cultivate it. You're not there yet. It won't come subconsciously. Subconsciously, it comes for those who have already attained that state. We are practicing. I'm talking about myself. We have to make a conscious attempt. Otherwise, Maya is so strong. The world is just spreading negativity, rumors, false, internet, they're just spreading wrong things. So we have to keep good association. We have to continuously strive for the right thing, be with the right people. Otherwise, as you said, it doesn't take much to go in the trap, but it takes a lot to get uphill. Thank you, Mataji, for your thoughtful comments.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Don't lose hope, Krishna is going to help us. Krishna, please give me the strength. So when next time my mind thinks about bad, I make a conscious effort. Okay, what good this devotee does? Focus on the good, right? What good this person is doing, right? Consciously. And when we do consciously, guess what happens? It becomes subconscious, and even then unconscious. That's what the chanting is also about. We are not even chanting, we're practicing chanting, right? We are practicing to chant so that it can go even, at the state of 24/7. So subconscious, unconscious, and whatever we do consciously, then even in our dreams we'll try to chant. Even at the prana prayana samaye kafavat pitta, even the time of death, ante narayana smriti. Kaise hoga? At the last time when we are consciously practicing it. Same with good qualities. How will it happen? We're consciously practicing it. Yes, thank you. Yes, Shilpa Mataji, you had some.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Yes, Prabhuji, same thing as Mataji said. And just wanted to add, Prango, His Grace Prango and Prabhu in one of the class, in many classes, he always reminds, he says, hammer yourself not to blaspheme the devotees. It's a big Vaishnava aparadha. Nobody in this world, in this material world, as Prabhupada in his purport, mentioned, nobody in it. If there is nothing bad, then we wouldn't be coming into the material world in the first place. So everybody, it's only Krishna which is perfect. You also mentioned in the past. And then he once mentioned, if you look at a devotee, intentionally or unintentionally, if they did do bad in the past, and you're trying to, don't even try to avoid the devotee. If he's coming in front, and sometimes if we tend to escape from that devotee just because he did bad and it would impact us, don't even think about it. Just think at least one good quality of that devotee, at least one good quality. that should move you front to face that devotee. And then just listen and go rather than escaping. I just wanted to share that, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable points. Okay, I think it's time, so we'll pause here and continue later. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai. Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya jai. Pitana Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaः. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Om Hare Bol.